Welcome back to the best games in the 417 area. Before we get into the list, I'm going to let Ben and Leandra talk about one of the cool events going on in the month of February for 417 gamers.
If you're looking for something to do on Valentine's Day, come join us at Galloway Station on Valentine's evening, February 14th, for some games. All are welcome. Singles, couples, thruples, whoever wants to come out and play. Leandra, what else will we be doing?
We'll have a selection of 2-player, 4-player, and party games, and we'll be giving away some cool stuff. Don't forget Galloway Station. It's at 1281 East Republic Road in Springfield.
There's no cover charge, but we encourage everyone to try some of the great food and drinks that Galloway Station provides. For more information, head over to the 417 Gamers Facebook page, and we'll see you there.
Last week, we had a three-way tie at number 10, which we got to see two of them, Azul and Splendor. Starting this week, we get to find the third game in that tie, and one is not quite like the others, but it's, Let's go ahead and look at number 10, Ark Nova. Designed by Matthias Wiggy, published by Forderland Spiel, and distributed in the U.S. by Capstone Games. Ark Nova was published in 2021. Here's an overview from the Capstone website. In Ark Nova, you will plan and design a modern, scientifically managed zoo. With the ultimate goal of owning the most successful zoological establishment, you will build enclosures, accommodate animals, and support conservation projects all over the world. Specialists and unique buildings will help you in achieving your goal. At the heart of Ark Nova are 255 cards featuring animals, specialists, unique enclosures, and conservation projects, each with a particular ability. Use them to increase the appeal and scientific reputation of your zoo and to collect conservation points. Each player has a set of action cards, which you will use and upgrade to carry out your plans. Each player has a set of 5 action cards to manage their gameplay, and the power of an action is determined by the slot the card currently occupies. The cards are Build. Allows you to build standard or special enclosure, kiosk, and pavilions. Animals. Allows you to accommodate animals in your zoo. Cards. Allows you to gain new zoo cards, which include the animal sponsors and conservation project cards. Association. Allows your association workers to carry out different tasks. And sponsors. Allows you to play a sponsor card in your zoo to raise money. With a lot of love for the theme, game designer Matthias Wiggy has created an interestingly interwoven game. With high replayability and rich components, Ark Nova provides a remarkable gaming experience that will bring the game to the table again and again. Ark Nova appeared on 5 lists and gained 37 points. And I absolutely agree with that last part. It will bring itself to the table over and over. It scratches an itch at our house that, man, we look at it and want to play it a lot more than others. But do be forewarned, there is a little bit of a time commitment with this one. That was Ark Nova, the final game, tied at number 10. Number 9, Castles of Burgundy. Designed by Stefan Feld, published by Ravensburger, and it was originally published in 2011. In Castles of Burgundy, you are an influential prince in the 15th century France. You do everything in your power to make your lands flourish, from academic progress and city development to agriculture and trading. Many roads to prosperity are open to you. Choose your path wisely, make your decisions carefully, and lead your realm to fortune and prestige. Castles of Burgundy garnered 39 points on 6 lists. Number 8, Concordia. Designed by Matt Gertz, published by P.D. Verlag, and distributed in the United States by Rio Grande Games. Concordia originally came out in 2013. Concordia is a peaceful strategy game of economic development in Roman times for 2 to 5 players. Instead of luck or dice or cards, players must rely on their strategic abilities. Be sure to watch your rivals to determine which goals they are pursuing and where you can outpace them. 2,000 years ago, the Roman Empire ruled the lands around the Mediterranean Sea. With peace at the borders, harmony inside the provinces, uniform law, and a common currency, the economy thrived and gave rise to the mighty Roman dynasties as they expanded throughout numerous cities. Guide one of these dynasties and send colonists to remote realms of the empire, develop your trade network, and appease the ancient gods for their favor, all to gain the chance to emerge victorious. There are several expansions available for Concordia. Once you've mastered the base game, look for mini-maps and versions available everywhere games are sold. Concordia garnered 40 points on 6 lists, and it is my personal favorite game to play. That was Concordia at number 8. Number 7, Gloomhaven. Designed by Isaac Childress, published by Sealafair Games. Gloomhaven came out in 2017. Gloomhaven is a Euro-inspired tactical combat and evolving campaign game. Players will take on the role of a wandering mercenary with their own special set of skills and their own reasons for traveling this remote corner of the world. Players must work together out of necessity to clear out menacing dungeons and forgotten ruins. In the process, they will enhance their abilities with experience and loot, discover new locations to explore and plunder, and expand an ever-branching story fueled by the decisions they make. This is a persistent game that is intended to be played over many game sessions. After a scenario, players will make decisions on what to do, which will determine how the story continues, kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure book. Playing through a scenario is a cooperative affair where players will fight against automated monsters using an innovative card system to determine the order of play and what a player does on their turn. Essentially, every turn a player will play 2 cards out of their hand. Each card has a number in the center, and the number on the first card played will determine their initiative order. Each card also has a top and bottom power. And when it's a player's turn in the initiative order, they determine whether to use the top power for one card and the bottom power of the other, or vice versa. Players must be careful, though, because over time they will permanently lose cards from their hands. If they take too long to clear a dungeon, they may end up exhausted and be forced to retreat. I have written a comprehensive series of blog posts about the inception and development of Gloomhaven. If you're interested in knowing more about the game, please read it on. This was an excerpt from Sealafair Games. Gloomhaven was on 4 lists and garnered 42 points. The people that put Gloomhaven on their list put it up very, very high. Gloomhaven is a little bit of a money investment, but from all the reports in the game group, those that have invested the money and the time love this game. That was Gloomhaven at number 7. Number 6, Lords of Waterdeep. Designed by Peter Lee and Rodney Thompson, published by Wizards of the Coast, Lords of Waterdeep came out in 2012. From the publisher's website, gold and double dealing flow freely in the City of Splendors. Waterdeep, the City of Splendors, the most resplendent jewel in the Forgotten Realms, and a den of political intrigue and shady back-alley dealings. In this game, players are powerful lords vying for control of this great city. Its treasures and resources are ripe for the taking, and that which cannot be gained through trickery and negotiation must be taken by force. Lords of Waterdeep is a strategy board game for 2 to 5 players. You take on the role of one of the masked lords of Waterdeep, secret rulers of the city. Through your agents, you recruit adventurers to go on quests on your behalf, earning rewards and increasing your influence over the city. Expand the city by purchasing new buildings that open up new actions on the board, and hinder or help the other lords by playing intrigue cards to enact your carefully laid plans. Lords of Waterdeep appeared on 5 lists and gained 43 points. Lords of Waterdeep is a staple in my collection, and I highly recommend picking up the Scoundrels of Skullport expansion. That was Lords of Waterdeep at number 6. MoonCityCon would like to thank Genius Games. Genius Games makes science-based strategy card and board games that are designed with gamers in mind, but also based in real science. Each game is designed about a specific scientific concept within biology, chemistry, or physics, or a famous scientist or historical event. Genius Games is sending a couple copies of Genotype. Genotype is a Mendelian genetics game, a strategy board game about the science of genetics, Punnett squares, and Gregor Mendel's pea plants. Genotype is a worker placement game with some dice drafting and asymmetrical powers. It's roughly a 45 to 75 minute game, plays 1 to 4 players. It's an excellent strategy game, and we can't wait to see people playing it at MoonCityCon. If you'd like to have a chance to walk away with a copy, get your tickets to MoonCityCon at the standard level or better, and go to the play-in-one section and check a copy out. We can't wait to see you at MoonCityCon. Get your badges at MoonCityCon.com. Let's go on and see some of the games that have made the top 20 games in the 417. And let's see some more of the games that just missed that cut. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you gaming in the 417.